Hello and welcome to today's live stream. Today I'm doing my live stream a little bit different. I'm going to be doing a product review from Colorya. It's Mandalas now, brand new. Hi Tammy! It's Colorya's brand new mandala book that's just come out, available on Amazon. Now, the links to buy this book is down in the description below. It will take you to a page on Amazon where you will see this book. Just click on it and that's where you can purchase the book. Hi, Kirsty. So why everyone's coming in, I do apologise. This review should have been yesterday, but as we all know, Google went down globally, which was an absolute disaster. It's like, how can Google go down? But it did. And I actually thought that my YouTube channel had been stolen because I couldn't have access to it whatsoever. It said that it didn't exist and I absolutely freaked out. Hi Lulu. So whilst everyone comes in, I'm going to be doing a front to back flip through of this mandala book. It is absolutely amazing and the mandalas in it are so unique, and I absolutely love them. Some of them are things that I'm interested in. I'll give you a hint. One looks like my lovely tattoo here, so it's probably perfect for me, this book. So how is everybody? I'm going to be doing a review and then I'm going to demo on a page and do a colouring, and I'm going to hit it with as much media as I have to see how good the paper is in these books. So how is everybody doing? I'm going to be doing as well, so anyone that is chatting in chat, I've decided to do this live purely so the company, if they are watching the video, will get live there and then comments, questions, opinions of the book as I go through the colouring. So I think this is a better way sometimes to do a review personally, because they're getting other people's opinion at that point and not having to rely on people commenting on the video after. So hopefully this will be good. It's very different for me to do it this way. I have done a review before live and it went really well, so hopefully this one will be the same. So hopefully people will start coming in. If not, the video's there for forever after anyway. So let's get on with the review. Skipping to open each parcels for me after strict instructions not to open it. Oh gosh, don't you dare open them. Okay, so this is by Colorya. They are a company on Amazon. They do make these products. They make colouring books, mandala colouring books. They do gel pens, brush pens, markers. Let me just double check if they do anything else. The description is in the on Amazon. I've just had the page up ready and this daft phone of mine decides that it's just gonna show me other things. So they have got, I'm just going to put this on because I want that page on that I had, where it showed me everything they do. There we go. So they have, this one is the new one. Then they just have the mandala, and then they've got the mandala's magical nature. So if you do put in, the link is in the description, and when you click on this book, if you click on Colorya, it will show you the products that they sell. They're all spiral bound, which is really, really good because Everyone loves spiral bound. Very, very, very sturdy. Hi, Heather. Welcome. Hi, Ashley. Lurk away, lurk away. So it is a really firm, I'm squeezing on that, a very firm spiral bound at the top of this page. It's quite thick, just short of an inch. And you get this gorgeous matte finished front page, which is quite a decent card. And it says Mandala Nights Colouring Book by Colorya. And then the back page is exactly the same. And that just protects your book. Now, what I love about this book is what you'll see now is, well, I do with lifting my camera even higher up actually, because I'm knocking it out on the I'm knocking it out on the flipping it over. They're all blacked out backgrounds, which is perfect for highlighting, bright colours, markers, you name it. You can throw it on this with a black background. It will make everything just pop, and that's what we want. So this is our first page, so if you want to write your name in there, you can do. And that is your first colouring page, your introduction. And then our next page is, thank you for choosing our colouring book as the next artistic adventure. A small French creative company, we at Colorya have dedicated our hearts and efforts to create the best possible creative products with solely one purpose: to bring more colour, joy and happiness by helping you let go of daily stress and immerse yourself in the wonderful world of art. Hear, hear. You can scan this code here with your phone and join the colouring group on Facebook. So if you already have this book, you just scan that. Hi, Robin. Hello, welcome everybody. Also, the link to the colouring group is also in the description. I've joined the colouring group. It is a lovely colouring group, and Colorya are very present within the Facebook group as well. There's lots of people interacting, lots of people colouring from within these and using their other products. And I believe some of the reviews on the other products you will find on YouTube as well. I've seen a few now. I've looked up the brush pens that they do, and I've also looked up the markers to have a look at what their reviews are like. So do check the company out. They are quite a very good company. Okay, so this is printed in Europe by Colorya, and this is a pure review. It will be my opinion only, and my opinion. The only facts I can give you are what I've found myself on Facebook and from Colorya themselves. And please do not take copies of the images from what I'm about to show you. We're going to do a flip through from front to back, and we're going to look at some of these pictures. So as I'm going through it, please put your questions up. If Colorya here are watching, they'll be able to either answer if they are watching. If not, they may comment in the section, but anything, your opinion is what this is about. So if you want to ask anything, or something you don't like the look of, or something you think is absolutely amazing, then definitely put your questions in the chat. So straight away we have this gorgeous mandala. This one's got some fish in it. And then I love dream catchers. They're one of my favourites. And this is a really good example of one. And there's your next one. Look at this butterfly. This is cool because you could either make that look 3D like it's popping out. This is where my creative juices are going to get going. So you could have a shadow under here and really make that pop out. Let me have a go at this little idea that I've got here. So I could, this is what I'm going to do on this review. I'm going to end up doing all kinds on different pages as I'm going through it. Because you know what I'm like with my creative head. But you could just pop a shadow under here. I'll just check if anyone's coming in. How's everybody doing? How's your weekend been? I don't normally do daytime streams, as you know, I normally do the evening streams. But I also wanted to trial doing a daytime one to see what they're like. As well, so this will be a good perfect tester stream to see if it's actually worth doing one more stream that's in the day to see who comes along. Now, let me just pull this down before I go on to the next flip through, and you can see what this is creating. As soon as I looked at this page, I thought, you've got to just do this with it, and then you'd shadow all this out and it would make that butterfly pop up as though it's on top of the mandala. Gets your creative juices flowing, doesn't it? This is not my actual demo page, it's just an idea I had that popped into my head, and I thought, oh, I'm going to make that pop out. Oh, did you stay up, Tammy? Well, hopefully they may sell this book in Australia, and if they do, you might be able to purchase it. That is something that Colorya would have to put in the comments if they do actually watch the colour along and review, that they could advise customers via this live stream whether they do, what areas they deliver to, or what Amazons it's based in. I won't. I'm just doing this one because I just love this idea of making this pop out. It's just an idea because I seen it the other day and I went, yes, that is definitely what I'm going to do when I colour this page. I'm going to make it look like it's sat on the page. And making it look like it's popping out. It's like a two-tone mandala. Do you see what I mean? Made it just look like it's gone whoop and landed on there. Hi Robin, how are you? Welcome. I feel like it's been absolutely ages since I've spoke to everyone, because I've been poorly last week, so I feel like I've missed everyone so much, and I've missed so much of what's been going on in the land of YouTube. I don't want to make you twitch, Kirsty. I'm going to put a slight shadow here, slight angle here from this one, because it's got the shadows coming this way over, or the light, should I say, it's coming this way in, so I just want to make that look like that. But I just thought, what a little idea popped in my head, and I thought, oh, I'll just demo that little quick idea. And this paper, firstly, can I say, is taking pencil extremely well. I did worry because it was extremely smooth. But no, it's taking the pencil quite well. Just on that. I think I've took that shadow a bit too far here. There we go. And there's my pencil rubber test. It works, it rubs out. But you see what I mean? Just to add that little bit of shadow, and just helps that look like too. So when you do your colour underneath, that would look really, really effective. And I love the idea of this. As soon as I saw this mandala, I thought, what a creative thing to do, to have just a different design underneath. And just a little bit here. But doesn't it look like it's just landed there? If you want to extend it out, you can do. Right, so let's carry on. Let me pull my thing up. That was me just kind of bobbing on, but you can see what that's done. It's made that butterfly look like it's on top of it, and you could influence that shadow by bringing that under here, and then make them wings look like they're above this set of wings, just so it's not so flat on the page. I think that looks cool. This is not my demo anyway, and it's not very Christmas, I know, but I just wanted to show that. And same under its body here. just because there's a wing on top of it here. But I'll stop playing with that. Hi Mona, welcome, welcome. So anyway, that's one page, but do you see what I mean? I'm just showing that idea. Then this is beautiful. I love this as well. See how they're different? I like how things are popping out of them. Again, you could make all these look 3D. I'm not going to do it on everyone, but you know what I mean. You could add a little bit of shadow before you start adding your colour. And they would all look so cool how you could make all these look 3D. And you know me and my black pen. Make it Christmas. Oh, no, that was your challenge. It definitely is amazing what you can do. Now look at this beautiful one. I love these dangling down. This is my favourite. I'm going to colour this. But you all know what I'm like for my realism. I'm going to try and make that look like a real elephant. That is going to be my challenge. And then I'm going to post it to Colorya's group on Facebook when I've done it. There's your next one. And the paper is really, it's thick cardstock. Like I said, it's extremely smooth. And we're going to find out what wet media it will take in a second. They are all single-sided, but they are extremely smooth. But as you can see, it's just 2 pencil. Well, how many layers it will take, I don't know, but we're going to find out. Well, I've got butterflies on my Christmas tree, so they are Christmassy. This is your next one. How many of you like mandala colouring books? Look at that beauty. And I love how they're all spiral bound, so you can just neatly do it. This will be my demo page. This one. This is what I choose to do. So we'll be coming back to that in a second. But look, they are beautiful mandalas, these. Some of them can be quite monotonous, but these have got so much character to them. I mean, you could do that in realism. Just make it all look fair. And look at that, you could even do the sea and make the water look real. I love them. I just love how different these mandalas are. What do you all think of the book so far? So I've got pastels to check on them. Look at that. Skin tone, skin tone. Don't mind them when I want to mindlessly colour. How I think these one would require a bit more attention. Yeah, I definitely think so too. These seem to be like a more advanced mandala. They've given something, there's something more about them, isn't there? Because sometimes I look at mandalas and I'm just like, nah, they're not for me. But as soon as I seen this book, when they sent it to me, I was like, wow, it is really, really high standard mandalas, should we say. So you do have your simpler ones, but then you have your more complicated ones, and you have like your morphed ones, and we all know I love a good morph. And they're absolutely beautiful. And I love the black background, because we all know we all love blacking out them backgrounds, Luke. Matchy matchy. And then I might actually challenge myself to colour that one the same as my one on my arm. We shall see. Sharpies, yeah. I used to colour stuff like this with Sharpies. But they are beautiful. Coming to the end of these now. Oh, square one. How is the sound? Am I not deafening everyone this week? I know I deafened everybody last week. And that is your last page. So they are all, like I said, single-sided. Now I'm going to do a test anyway, so I need to see. We don't get a tester page in the back of it, so there's nothing I can test to see how much to go through, but it is extremely thick. So I would suggest the only thing that I think will travel through at a push would be an alcohol marker, but we're going to find out anyway. And I'm going to give you a demo now on the page. So that's the quick the flip through of the whole book. It seems to be the same paper front to back, including the front page, so it's like this, use the same texture of paper throughout. So we're going to see on whether this is a book just for the markers or whether you can actually use this on with pencil as well. I've just used the black so you can see. I love that bunch. I just love doing that shadowing on there. Might find my tester page. Don't usually like mandalas, but there's a few nice ones in there. There is some nice ones. I like how they have real images in, like the elephant and the rose. Yeah, I think that's what I like different about them. I love the handstand. I absolutely love it. I need to find my page. I've lost it. I love this one. I should have done this one actually as my demo page, but I've planned this one out when I find. There we go. So I'm going to use pencils, watercolors, Amazon alcohol, not Amazon, alcohol markers. I'm going to use Posca pens on it. I'm going to use water-based felt tip pens on it. I'm going to use pastels on it. I'm going to use good old gel pens, pastel gel pens and glittery gel pens. I'm going to use Derwent's Inktense on it. And I'm also using some acrylic paint. I'll be using Arteza pencils. And when I get them out, I should have already had them ready. Neons, not neons. So I'm going to run it through its paces, but at the end of this review, we will know what this book will take. Now, I've got these pastels, and I'm also going to try the Faber-Castell pastels, just because these are probably more popular than the Jane Davenport, but these are pearline, so I just want to try that and these. So I am whacking everything on it. I'm also going to be using on it my ink pads, and I'm also going to be doing some gilding in it, either gold or silver. And by the end of it, we will know if this book is the Holy Grail and can take every single media what everybody loves. Shell needs more coffee. Oh, I do need more coffee. I feel like because I've been off YouTube for a week, I'm like, whoa, let's dive in and get everything done. So I'm going to put all these out of the way. All the ones I'm not using straight away. Put my paints up there out of the way. So what I'm going to do first, I'm just going to go and grab my water. 2 seconds for the paint. And I'm just trashing my Prismacolors on the floor here. Sorry, pencil abuse there. Pencil abuse. I only get my water out last minute because I'm that clumsy sometimes that I actually spill my water. And I don't want to spill it all over my camera. So I've just got my little pot out there, my water. So we're all ready to go, and my little rag. Let's get going on this mixed media. So can everybody hear me okay? Hi Christine. Whoa, 6 a.m. Yikes. Well, I was thinking, is this a time where I'm going to catch everybody? Or is it a time where I'm not? So my first test is going to be what the majority of us use, which is the coloured pencil. So this rose, I've got some different pinks out, and I'm going to do a section on each one. So this section at the bottom here is all going to be pencil. And then my next section is going to be alcohol marker. And we're going to see what this paper takes and how many layers it takes. So I'm just going to do the simple shading. I'm not going to flick because I need to monitor how many. It's 8 a.m. there. Whoa, it is early. So that's one layer. So this is an How to Ease the pencil. So it's kind of a bit of a middle ground between your Prismas and your polychromos. So this is the second layer I'm putting down right now. Second layer. Let me just get a piece of paper, then I can do a tally so we can keep track of how many layers. This is my personal hand layers, so obviously other people will be different. If you're more, I'm quite heavy-handed. Let's get my little pattern. Okay. So Colorya Mandala. So far we're on the second layer. So it'll be like a little tally chart. I'm going to come in with my next one, which is fuchsia. So I've just used peony pink if anyone wants to know what I'm using. And I'm going to come out and do the next layer. This is the third layer. So I'm going to do this until it wax blooms. So that's the third layer. And this is the fourth layer. Now I'm just using the scumbling technique and fading out towards the end. Just a simple shading effect. Oh, Amazon, if you're still Amazon, I keep calling her Amazon. Tammy, if you're still here, I was made up the other day. I didn't actually know you had a channel. And so that was the fourth layer. I found it, I seen a notification come up because I clicked the bell the last time I was on YouTube. I actually didn't know you did videos. So I've clicked the bell, so now I get all your notifications. But when I saw your video, I was like, oh my gosh, that's well celebrated. Because obviously it doesn't tell us on chat who's got channels and who's not. I was well made up. So that's the fifth layer of pencil. I'm going back in with a sixth layer. So now my pencil's breaking up a bit and I'm starting to see a bit of wax bloom. And I'm not being shy here. I'm holding my pencil further down. So I am getting, that's the sixth layer. And I'm going to go back in with my fruit punch and just blend the darker pink out. So this is still the 6th layer because I'm just blending because I didn't put any pencil here. And then last layer, peony pink. So that's your Arteza pencil. So a lot of people use Arteza. So let's see if I can blend all these out with peony pink. And this would be its 7th layer. So I'm using this as a blender. The paper's not breaking. The paper's took 7 layers quite well. So if you're a layer upperer, you'll like this paper. I'm just going to go lastly in with a slight bit of noir and get it out. Noir. It's hiding in here somewhere. Right there under my nose. Oh, gosh. So this is another layer. So it's still taking another layer, and this is just our shadow. I'm just putting that very lightly there and very lightly here. So that's 7 layers. Back in with our darkest fuchsia. So now it's sliding. So 6.5 to, I would say you're safe with on here, and I'll show you now that that has wax bloomed out. And it's just sliding around the paper now rather than going into the tooth. If I pull that up to the light, you see the wax bloom on it, and that's completely bloomed out. But 6.5 to 7 layers. So layers with your average brand pencil. Nice. Not bad at all. So out of all that's watching, what's your first impressions of the book? Or if you're watching this on playback, please comment in the section below. So far, what is your view of this book? Now, this book in the UK, I think Kirsty's has put the links in the description already. But this book on Amazon in the UK is new from £13.99. So in the UK, I'm not too sure whether you can get this book in any other countries, because they haven't actually told me that, but I'm in the UK, so definitely know you can get it in the UK. I'll have a look if I can find any other links outside the UK. I will put them in the description, or I will approach Colorya and ask them whether they're available in Europe. No problem. But On the Colorya's Facebook page, you want to see the people that have put entries in for these pages already. Stunning, stunning work's been done in this book already. I'm just doing more of an in-depth. People love to colour these with fine liners. I'm not a big fan liner fan until Ashley showed me a video of someone using fine liners, and now I'm like, oh, I have to master that. So now Ashley's put me to a challenge. Which we all like a good challenge. I've also got another challenge that I'm going to do in my Facebook group in the new year, which I think is hilarious because I did it last night. I'm doing a body colour with M, and I coloured some of it with my left hand because I've been having pain in this finger and I don't know what I've done to it. You can see it's swelled up. I've had to take my rings off and it's been agony. My mum thinks it's arthritis in my finger from my hairdressing days and stuff. I have no idea what it is, I just know it hurts. So it was a bit throbby, so I started using my left hand and I actually didn't do that bad. It is a lovely book. What I like about it though, like this page now, I'm doing something what I feel looks real in the middle of it, as well as the mandala. That's what I really like about this book. The fact that they've brought something else into it. It's like a different level, isn't it? So we know that these take 7 layers of the Arteza pencil. You might get more out of your bigger branded pencils like your Polychromos or your Prisma. I would say your Prisma may wax bloom out faster than these. One on there. Oh, it's too long, yeah. Okay, so Kirsty can't share the link because the link that have been supplied to me is quite a big link and it's too big for the chat link. So if you do want to check it out, if you're in the UK, the link is in the description. That is the one I have to advertise. So I'll have a look outside once I've finished on the stream. I'll have a look if I can find a smaller stream, a smaller link. I did find one that was smaller, but I have to use the one that Colorya has given me, unfortunately. Amazon rules, so bear with me and I will see what I can find. I'm going to go back in here, just deepen up this fuchsia. I love doing flowers. There's something really therapeutic about flowers. Really, really therapeutic. So I need to suss out a time. I think I need to come on earlier but then I lose. It's a hard time zone to get everybody in the same time zone. Because in Australia, everyone's probably now knocking the Zeds out unless they're a night owl like me. Some people it's very early in the morning. It's quite a hard one to judge, I must admit. Peony pink. So I'm not getting much fallout. I'm getting a bit of powder from these pencils. But other than that, I'm quite happy with that coverage of that on there. That's quite bright. I'll just get the noir, which is black, and just do the shadowing. From these under here. And that's looking pretty good. But like I said, Colorya have other products as well. And they do have art supplies, so do check their art supplies out. So let's do this last one here and then we'll move on to our next video. So I'm going to hit as many as I can before 2 o'clock, because I think somebody else live streams at 2 o'clock today. Sure, it's either Dee Dee or it could be Isabel. I think it's Isabel today, actually. So, fruit punch. But like I said, whoever's not coming on the live stream, they will see the video as well after it's streamed. So if there's anything you want to ask or comment, please comment in the description below. Colorya have been given this link, so they will be able to see comments people leave, and they'll be able to see the live chat. So fruit punch. And I just thought if I do the blending technique, just your simple blending technique, it just, because I could have gone all wild and tried to make it look like. Good morning, Marilyn. How are you? Welcome to my colouring review for Colorya and the new Mandala Nights. If you're into mandala colouring books, this is a very unique and beautiful one with all different kinds of mandalas in. They remind me more like tattoos, these. More that you see tattooed on people rather than the traditional mandalas that you see. They're very late now, but after. So yes, Tammy, I really enjoyed your video of them soldiers. It was so good. I get so excited when I come across everyone's channels. I'm like, woo! Like a kid at a candy store. Because I love watching other people's channels as much as I love creating on mine. But I thought I'll do another review live because I just think it's better when people can actually say out loud in the chat what they're feeling about it, as well as my own opinion about it. So this is your standard pencil. And I'm just going to go in with the shadow again. We all get excited when we get a car. You should have seen me when I was telling them all about my car I would get in. That was just the same. So next up, I'm going to use the alcohol markers. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pop something in between it, just in case it does penetrate. Sometimes card can be quite absorbent, and I don't want to ruin the page underneath. So let me just get something I can pop in between. This is another cardstock I'm using, so I'm going to keep it quite thick because I do know alcohol markers can be very, very absorbent. So I'm using my Nuvu alcohol markers. I'll put it the right way around. Now, I'm not a massive fan of alcohol markers. Don't think I've got any in my brush pen. Let me see if I've got my brush pen ones. No, I haven't got a bright one. I'm going to try my other ones anyway. So these are just your normal block chisel tip ones. I'm going to go in here. And we're going to see if they soak through. Now, I'm assuming that Colorya will probably already know what the limits of the paper is they use, but what I'm checking for here is if any of the black image comes out in the page. And what I love about these Nuvu ones, these actually, you don't get no streaks with them, which is good. So let me just get my blender pen with these. Oh, I've got something in my eye, 1 second. Hi, Eskies. So I'm just going to go in with my next colour, which is, so this one I've just used is the Sweet Blossom, the Nuvu set, and this is Pink Taffy. I'm just using the chisel tip on this side. And then I'm just going to blend that in with my blender. Have you all done your Christmas shopping yet? Is anyone behind? What are you all? How's the Christmas shopping going for everybody? So no, I'm not very good. I'm very behind. It's not a very good blender there. It's like, I mean, it could be the paper. I'm not going to use the blender pen. I'm going to use the lightest colour, because that blender's just took all the paper, the colour out. So next up is Dragon Fruit. I'm going to come back in with Pink Taffy. I'm going to blend them out that way. That's much better than using the actual blender pen. So let's see if we've leaked. I've been done for almost 2 weeks, thank goodness. Wow, I'm behind in wrapping. Sure, there's more. I could have guess what I'm going to go penniless if I keep shopping. Yes. So there we go. It has seeped through the card, so although the card is quite thick, you can see it there. I'm trying to keep out the light, so that light is, so it has gone through. So you do need to keep another card, but this is my card I've got underneath and it hasn't come through to that. Let me just turn the brightness off on that because the sunlight's just come through the window, so it hasn't come through to my spare piece of papers, but you would most definitely need, it has seeped through, so I would suggest that you still, if you're using alcohol markers, you still need to put you'll have to put another piece of paper underneath and greens for them lights. Just want to see if this will go a bit darker. It's going to be like a multicoloured flower, this. But hey ho. So long as you keep in your paper underneath, we're all good. I don't think it's okay because they're single-sided anyway. You would just put something under your page. Yeah, you would. But just saying, because the card's actually quite thick, I'm just going to go over with pencil and put the shadow in. And it easily allows you to use marker on the page and then pencil over the top, which is also a bonus because people like to base things with pencils. So that's good. A bit more of that. This is my OCD coming out now, where I think that blend, because I really wanted a purple or a darker, and I haven't got it. I haven't got a darker purple, so I'm having to use this darker red. It's like highlighting it, but I'll show you it's more blended in real life than it looks on there. There you go. That's much better if I tilt it up that way. So let's go along all of these, this row here with this one. It's going to be a very diverse flower, this, when it's finished. It's going to be all textures. Nothing wrong with that though. And I must add the black ink to create the illustration is not smudging, it's not moving, so that's really good. And I love the speeder markers, so these, you would get through these mandalas quite quick with markers. So check out Colorya's markers that they have, the marker range and the real brush pen range. That's it. I don't think I should have done that one there. I'm just learning with markers. I'm a pencil queen, if I'm being honest. So this will be good for me to challenge myself with my markers as well, to do this page. And I think my problem with markers is trying to blend when I probably don't need to blend them out so much. But I'm very, very, very impressed with this paper so far. It would be a streakiness if I tried to do it with markers. Streakiness. Well, it's quite, I mean, for me, this is dragon fruit. These actually are quite streak free, to be honest, these ones. And I believe the Copics are like that as well. So it'd be good to try the Colorya markers as well to see what their ability is. Because I love the brush markers, but I don't have many brush ones. And not the ones I do have, I didn't have this pink or what I could create a pink with. So let's get the Sweet Blossom, which is our lightest one, and blend that out with that. So these are good for getting a theme with blend. It's just the sunlight is draining out the colour, or the webcam. It's either one or the other. But guys, I've got my new webcam. Distracted Dad by watching the Star Wars cartoon so I can sneak off and wrap it. Oh, that's good. Oh, mine have been really into, what's that, Mum? What's that parcel? What's come today? Why have you got that bag there? What's in that bag there? And I'm like, nothing. That's for your cousins. You can't have that. Well, why have you bought that? What have you bought that wrapping paper for there? Well, not everyone gets sent presents off Santa, you know. I've got to go and wrap everybody else's presents. So ours aren't going to be wrapped in them. I went, yeah, because I've got to donate some to Santa as well. Every thing under the sun has come out with what we buy stuff for in this house. So hopefully there's going to be enough petals left to use the watercolour on it. Okay. And let's get the little end of the dragon fruit. Blend that in a bit. I'm getting there with markers though. I have been doing some blends. So my challenge is working. I'm just not the best at it. So I'm going over this pretty a lot of few layers. I know I put 4 on, and then this is my 5th layer of marker and the alcohol, and they're not chewing the paper up, which is really good. The paper's not even buckling as of yet, but we'll see when we put the wetter media on in a minute. So blend these out. So anyone new that's come into chat, what's your thoughts on this for a mandala page? Would it be something you colour? Would it be the type of book that you bought? At the end of the stream, I am going to do another flip through of it. I need to pull that out a bit more. And then go back to pink taffy. I love the names of these pens. Pink taffy out. And then Sweet Blossom, just to smooth it all out. So I would say that's, did I say 6? That's the 6th overall layer of marker. With no buckling on that page whatsoever. Blended out marker quite well. And I think it could take even more layers of marker and it would be alright. I'll show you that page. There's no, it's smooth still. There's no buckling. See that? Point it downwards. There's no buckling. That page is still straight as a die. Okay, so while that dries before I use the next one, because I'm going to use some Inktense, I'm just going to do the little leaves at the bottom. So there's some little leaves here. But who else loves doing mixed media though on pages? Who loves colouring books that can take a load of mixed media? Have a lovely night's sleep, Amazon. Tammy, thank you. It's because I read Amazon first. Thank you very much, honey, for dropping by. I really, really appreciate it. And that's helped me a lot, Tammy, anyway, because I've realised that I think I need to come on a bit earlier for my Australian friends. Next up is Natural Patina. The sun's not awake yet. Well, enjoy the rest of your sleep, Eskies. Thank you for bobbing in. So if anyone's lurking in the background and can't chat in actual chat but are watching and lurking, please comment your views or any questions once the stream has ended. You can pop some comments in there if there's anything you want to ask. If anyone's lurking. Back to Pillow Mint and just blend that out. I'm actually liking blending markers actually at the minute. I think when you've got good paper, using marker pens is a lot easier. Lastly is Spectra Green. I'm learning to do different things on a page. Yartos, pastels, markers, glitter. I'm going to start using acrylic too. Easy but fun backgrounds to start. It is. That's what I like about using mixed media. That's why when I saw this book, I thought, this is the kind of book where I can add in what I want and hopefully the paper will take it. And so far, so good. And I think this is what reviews should be about, you know, like pushing it and seeing what it can do. I like it. So the good thing about Colorya is they use Amazon, which is quite a good trusted site to sell off and receive your products quite well. I received this book really well packaged, direct from Amazon, from Colorya. So you're always guaranteed to get your parcels delivered. really well. And like I said, Colorya are quite active on the Facebook group as well. I'm just blending that out now. So beautiful. This paper is amazing. Even for pencils, it's really good. I really like it. Well, Eskies, I hope my voice is very therapeutic and helps you get back to sleep. So that's the marker session done and tested. I'm just going to move all the other way so I know what I've done and what I haven't done. So I'm going to use these ones on the outside. So I want my ink tents first. Just drop doing that down the back of my desk. And then I want the neo colour. So let's have a see what pinks we've got. Got a nice light pink. Ooh. And I'm throwing everything. If I've got a slightly dark pink. Like I said, this rose is going to be a multitude of colours. And let me just check these out first, because my colour chart is too big to get out. Yeah, that'd be right. I'll just dab that right. Okay. So, oh, it's kind of like misted that picture. I forgot to put warm water in it. So it took 6 layers of alcohol markers. These are cheeses in the tub. We don't need all of that quite yet. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use carmine pink. Keep walking, Marilyn, keep walking. So I'm not going to confuse myself by what colours I'm using. So I'm going to activate this first. It's quite raw, so these are ink tents, so obviously this is ink that we're putting down. So I'm going to use, just see how dark that is. I want it a bit. I'm adding more water to keep it light, and I'm working quite fast because we all know that ink tents activates really quickly. So I am seeing that the paper is breaking down slightly, nothing major. I'm going to do these 2 ink tents. What have we got? Watercolor. I want to use watercolor on the other bit. So obviously this is not a watercolor paper. So it'll work well with pencils so far, and it will work well with alcohol markers. So I'm assuming when I use the water base, it will work well with them. But to say it's not a watercolor per se paper, it's not behaving too badly. So Eskies, if you are still watching, leak away now. And the next colour, because Eskies is our watercolour pro, We've got on this one fuchsia, which was our lightest, darkest colour on the other ones. Now I'm going to add a bit of that in to deepen that up now. I've got to be quick before it dries to blend in that pink. So don't forget to say this is not a watercolour paper. It isn't doing that bad. Not bad at all. It is slightly buckling, so it's lifting. But I've had worse from worse colouring books. Oh, Christmas. Lurking and working, is that, Marilyn? I'm being quick with ink tents because it sets off the ink really, really quick. And then blend it back out with this. So I'm really impressed with this. I am really impressed. I'm going to do the wet on wet technique as well with the watercolour on these big shards. Then I'm going to use some pastels in them at the back. And back in with this to blend that out. It's very cute, but I spent all I could on gifts to be brought before February. I told my kids just to buy for the children and each other. We've had a difficult year, thank goodness our basics are covered. No problem, Lulu. Thanks for coming along. Have a lovely day. So then I'm going to go with the darkest one. Which is deep rose. I'm just going to add that into the centres of each one of them. Like I said, it's going to be a very textured rose. Blend that out. And the paper's not broken down as much as I was thinking it would when I first started. So it's doing all right. Just pull some water out and my brush and blend that out a bit more. That, I think, has worked all right. I've worked fast enough that the ink tents has not dried on me too much. Get some of that lighter pink for the edges. Yeah, that is all you need, just basics. My kids have not even asked for much this year at all. Don't know why I just put that on there. That was the wrong bit. I think they're just more happy to get together with people at Christmas this year than anything else. Okay, so that's Inktense. Do a few more of these actually with the Inktense. We've only got Neo colour left to do, so I'll do them in the middle. And this is obviously the dry technique, so I'm interested to see, because I already like how this is travelling out on this paper. There we go. And then this one. Try and brush off and go back into here and blend it out. Getting a bit better at blending my watercolours, which is good. There's the other one. So I want in here dark, then we want the bottom of here dark. Dry the brush off, pick the light one up and blend that out. And then we'll activate the really dark one. Oh, I'm so sorry, Eskies. It has been such a bad. I just hope these vaccines that they've brought out are going to be as good as they're all saying they are. Okay, so that's the Derwent Inktense. So that took at least, that took a good few layers of each. So I'm going to say, stick on the safe side, I'm going to do 5 Inktense. Pencils. So this paper's jumping up to be quite a good one. So let's get the Neo colours out. Try that on them. Let's try these. A little bit of light pink. Love these. It's a terrible, terrible loss. So I'm going to put all of this pink on these petals that are left in the middle. And then the next colour, which is, this is purple, but it's quite pink. But like I said, it would be good to try Colorya's product on this book as well, just to get a look on how they're going to be. "36 is no age at all to get COVID and that happen. It's awful. My husband, he caught it as well, and it was a scary time, but luckily he didn't end up in hospital, but there was a lot of sick people with it. So let's just blend that out. It's a good thing with the Neos, you can blend quite well with the Neos. It doesn't set quick. You can reactivate it again. And I'm impressed with the paper so much. It's not even, I mean, we've got a bit of buckling, but nothing a boot won't squash. Sending you a massive, massive virtual hug. From all the way here in the UK. And lastly, we go in with Carmine, which is a really dark, dusky, reddy pink. I'm just going to go in the bottom of these. But like I said, this is just for reviewing purposes and testing out media. The one I am going to colour is the elephant. And I'm going to try and create realism in that. Because you all know what I'm like for that. I'm loving a bit of realism. I do too. Hoping and praying that we get a better 2021 than we have been getting. Because it's been shocking. I mean, we all live for the days we can wear a mask again. We don't have to keep wearing masks to go to the shop. Although I did forget when I went to the shop the other day, I went strolling in with no mask on, and I was like, oh, so funny. So I'm going to let that dry off before we put on any black. Let's take that off. I just want to activate the watercolours because I'm going to be doing the wet on wet technique on there. So let's move on to that, because even though it's not a watercolour, but we still want to see it, a watercolour paper, we still want to see what it can do. So it can take neo colours. Obviously people have got a lot more material than I've got. Like gouaches and acrylic paints and things like that. So these are just a water-based crayon, the neo colours. But I won't be putting any links to any descriptions in the description to any of the products I've used, because this is a review for Colorya, so the only one that will be in the description for these is literally Colorya in this book. So let's get my old paint brushes out. Slowly decluttering my desk here. These are my lovely new paintbrushes. I can work out how to open the packet. Brush. And these brushes are cool, they're like a mermaid tail. Okay, let me just activate some of these. So I want the yellow activating. I'm going to make that teal activating. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to use the wet on wet technique. So that is, I'm going to do all of this space here in one colour. And so it's holding the water where I want it to. And before that has a chance to dry out, I'm going to see if it'll let you do this. So I'm going to get the yellow, which is lemon yellow, and I'm just going to drop that in. See where it goes. And then use our next colour, which is Hooker's Green. So I have put the water in, so hopefully it should start spreading out. It's definitely not really for the wet on wet technique, that is for sure. But I like how the pattern is maintaining its shape. I'm just going to do the tips of these in a bit Payne's grey with it. And tip these off. So I wouldn't necessarily do wet on wet, although you can scrape it off. My idea was to make these look like leaves with the watercolour. But I'm trying to not get the lights picking up the thing instead of the colour. So like I said, I'm not the best with watercolour, but it's all for trying it out. Yeah, they are good ones. So it has leaked off a bit here, so I'm just picking it up. So what I'm going to do now is not try the wet on wet technique because it's not staying where I want it to go anywhere. I'm just picking some of that up. I'm going to bring back some of that yellow and brighten that bit up a bit. This is where I need Eski's help. Blending with watercolour. It's easy. When I did my mousse the other week and I was just like, woohoo, sticking it on and it was cool. But sometimes it doesn't always work as easy as you want it to. So let me just get this smaller brush. Just want to use the very tip. I want to get this quite intense and dark. I'm liking that. So I'm just going to continue right with this lemon yellow. And what I like about this, you don't have to necessarily go in between all these tiny little things to create a nice look. And the good thing about this page is it is maintaining the black ink of the drawing. It's not smudging it, it's not fading it. It's really good. I actually really like this paper. Just going to go in with this and blend the two. I much prefer it without the wet on wet technique. Must admit. And then get my little brush for the intense bit at the top. What time are we on now? I'm just watching that I don't run over time. Let's just get all this lemon yellow and do all around this what I want to do. Because some books I have, or same with PDFs, the ink will fade off of where you're painting. So this just shows it's a good standard in that sense. And I'm starting to get more into paints as well. And it just shows that you can do mandalas with paint in bigger areas like this, which is nice. Because sometimes I look at mandalas and I go, it's just too much little spaces, and I avoid the little things. So this has actually got me to do a mandala, but oh, I thought it was you that was the watercolor lady. Oh well, either one. I'm just going to go around with the green. But it just shows you can take out a lot of the space with paint, and you don't have to necessarily paint all the little intricate details either. what's been my favourite medium in this book so far, the pencil and the markers are coming joint first with me. But the watercolours are actually, I'm enjoying these watercolours in it as well at the same time. Because that's something I don't ever sit and think, oh, I'd do that with a mandala book. Because I always sit there and think, oh, you've got to colour all of them little tiny intricate is the word I'm looking for, details with it, but you really don't. I'm going to blend all that out in a minute. And I love how the black design is just popping up in it as well. It's amazing. I'm going back in with the yellow now and blending that green in. Because I want it to look like it's the flower, but it's just fading off into the pattern of the... Does that make sense? And I've nearly finished anyway. I've not got many things to test on it. And I want to thank you all for coming, doing something different with me, because like I said, don't do very many product reviews live stream. So it's been lovely to have your input and not just my opinion. But from what you've seen I've done on this video, has it changed how you would look at a mandala book? Have you thought, I never thought I could use watercolour on a mandala, or have you? Or would you have ever attempted a mandala book with your watercolours? I'm just getting the dark one again. It is, it's always fun to have a bit of mixed media going on. I'm hoping I've got enough time to get to the gilding, because I want to do the gilding in them spots. So if I do run into anybody else's stream, I do apologise. It is taking me a bit longer than I expected it to. It's not my typical type of colouring either, what I'm used to doing, so it's been nice to have a change of... This has forced me to do something that I wouldn't normally do. But it's also opened my eyes to the fact that just because it's got tiny intricate details doesn't mean to say I have to colour it like that either. So that's good. Let me mix all these back in with this green. Yeah, I think that I'm looking forward to doing the elephant. That looks a really good one to do. Try and get that. I'm just going to blend these in now. And make it look real. And I hope this review though has made you want to get this book, or at least have a go at a book like this? And more mixed media stuff is a bit in at the moment, isn't it, of using different kind of art supplies is becoming a bit of a thing now, isn't it? I think I look at Kirby's details a lot different. I don't see Kirby's work. Oh, these brushes are not very good, what I've got. I don't look at Kirby's work as, I don't know, I look at his work different than Mandalas. Spreading out some of this yellow. Well, these brushes I've bought are not a winner at all. They're falling apart in my hand. Look at that. I think that just took a chunk out of my brush. Not good at all. And I can avoid Kirby's, I can avoid the ones that have got teeny tiny bits and make it into a bigger area. And spreading this out a bit. I'm so impressed that this is not a watercolour paper, but how impressed I am with the fact that it's holding all this water. And I'm not being, what's the word, peevish with the water. I'm putting quite a bit of water on. I'm loving it. So yeah, I really like that. Let's give it a nice glow effect. The Millibooks, I do have one, but I've not used it in a while. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Eskies, but I couldn't get that word out. Okay, so that's the watercolour session done. Let me turn this light on because it's just gone all of a sudden really dark outside, so it's probably going to be raining. So let's move all these out of the way because I'm getting loads of clutter and I start getting okay, so what can I use now? So all the watercolour media is done. So my next test is the green went through. I must have gone over that with the green, didn't realise. So I'm thinking, I don't think I need to test that because if I've tested alcoholic, water-based are going to work on it. So we'll just stick with the one marker and then I'm going to do some pastel on it. in keeping with the same colours. So let's get some more bright greens going on. Get a little poofy thing out. So again, I'm going to go with the yellow pastel, and I'm going to get that nice and bright. In each one of these. And I'm going to blend that out with my little applicator. And it's just a beauty sponge, literally. Just a little beauty sponge. But how good is using mixed media? I'm loving it. Yeah, that is a good thing, is that if I do use water base, I've always used it as a underneath thing. But this book has took it really well. I'm really impressed. High five to the mixed media stuff. I don't think I've ever used so much mixed media on one page before. And I hope that Colorya like the fact that I've used all different things on the paper. And these Faber-Castell pastels are, I love them. They don't stick to the pencils very well. Good tips there, Eskis. Thank you very much. Because I never knew that about pastels. I don't use pastels all that often. I mainly use pastels for backgrounds. Where this book, if you're a background phobe, is perfect for the background phobe. It's always fun to play with that as well, though. It's not just all about it being perfect. It's about just what you create. And if you want to sit and do all them intricate details in it, then that's fine. But I also love how I've not, and you can still see the intricate detail. But I've managed to cover all the area in colour without doing all the intricate detail at the same time. Which is what I like. And I've enjoyed doing a stream in the morning as well. All bright and bushy-tailed. So I'm bringing out the effect here that this is a summer's day. And that's my idea on it. So I'm pulling this out into a nice little orange. So each one of them now, finish with that. And I work that on the end. Work all that out. This is going to be a test as whether you can put gel pens now over the top of pastel. Let's brush all that excess off that we don't want on the black bit. Feel really arty when my hands get like this. Can ya? Oh, I never knew that. I think I'm going to have a go at that. So I'm going to get the orange now and add that in here. Not as much as I've just done. I did buy some tiny ones of these beauty blenders, but I don't know, I've no idea what I did with them for doing intricate, more smaller details. I think I need to get them brushes. That is cool ideas. I'm really having liking this. I'm going to have a go at that. Just get a brush. I'm going to brush this out. Just want to brush the excess off of this. And this brush just tickles it enough that it's taking the dust off the top but putting a nice light layer away from it, but not, I don't want it spreading the whole way up the thing. That's why I'm using a brush. You can also use a wet brush over the pastel to seal it in. Oh yes, Eskies, definitely do that on your channel. I'll be watching. And then just get the excess off with that. And then it's not spread all over that yellow bit of the rest of the thing. It's just stayed where I want it to. Because if I'd have used that, I think it would have smudged it all up where I didn't want it to go. So that's them bits done. Just thinking. The only other thing I'm going to do is highlight the very tops of these with the Posca pen. That's not doing anything. So where I've got here, we'll use this as a shadowed area. This is Posca. It's breaking up a little bit, but I think that purely because the paper's still wet underneath. There we go. So I think I've used virtually everything I have. All I want to do now is use a bit of gold sugar. So on here, I want a bit of gold sparkle. Morning, Mary. How are you? I'm just putting sparkle on here. The gel pen goes over pastel really, really well. And this has actually turned out pretty cool. Using a sparkler gel pen. So based on my review today, would you go and buy the Colorya Mandala Nights colouring book? And I will be doing another flip through again at the end, just so anyone that wasn't here at the beginning will be able to see that. You can't see the sparkle in the camera, but I'll move it up so you can see it in a minute. Because this has definitely opened my eyes to. I normally avoid mandala books, but this, just having it, to me it's different. It looks more like a tattoo. I bet it would. So it would work as it's like turning it into a fixative. I'm just turning this because I don't want to put my hand in the wet gel pen. I'm just turning it this way. And I feel like I've been dead creative today, and I'm going away from this video with really mucky, arty hands, which is really cool. It's what you want when you're doing an art video for mixed media. And I'm going to do some gilding flakes in some of them as well. Hopefully. I don't really want to go over. I've been on 2 hours, so it's a good long review. And like I said, if you wasn't in the live stream or you're lurking and you don't want to comment, you can comment on the video after it's streamed as well on playback. Yeah, I do normally, but this is definitely a different kind of mandala, which I would definitely do. Because some of them have got they're more like a morphing mandala, these. So I'm really glad I've been able to get to review this. So I've used a gel pen on it. So now I'm going to use my pigments, and I'm going to go with gold, not silver. These are the new ones. Where are you? These are my brand spanking new ones. Brand spanking new. Let's see. Don't want to get it on the black, you see. Tell you what I'll do. I'm just going to do this. I can't get it on any other way because it's. Where's my black sharp pen? And then I'm going to see if I can scrub that out. I need something smaller, so I might have to abandon. Yeah, it's not taking it out. So ignore that what I've just done. I'm abandoning my pad because I don't have a tool small enough. Normally have little things, but I'm going to use my gilding flakes over it anyway. So let's lastly put some of this on. And then we'll be done. Shell, can you brush a little water over the pastel, then rub your finger over it? There should not be any transfer. Shell, can you brush a little water over the pastels, then rub your finger over it? There should be no transfer. Hi, Dee! So on this bit here, where have I just read that? Robin, so if I put a bit of water over this orange, it shouldn't transfer with a plain water brush. Let's have a see. Oh, no, it doesn't. And this will seal it in. Oh, my goodness me. It's not even coming off. It's not even transferring onto my brush or anything, but it's staying there. Robin, you're a genius. So I could do this and don't have to use fixative spray. Woohoo! Hi, Kim. Oh, thank you. It's a colouring book review for Colorya. I will be doing another. I'll be doing another flip through in a second when I've just finished this page. I'm just going to seal this in. I'm getting a bit excited. Stop it, Shell. Oh my gosh, I don't need to use any fixative. This is so cool. And it's staying there. The colour's not fading or anything. It's not mushing it into the other colour. It's not even spreading. How cool is that? Thank you so much, Robin. That's safe for spraying it with fixative. So I've got left to do. Yeah. So let's get some glue on here. I think this has got to be the most media I have used on a page ever. So let me just put some of this gilding glue on here. Oh my gosh, my tap's going hell for leather in that bathroom, squealing like a good one. I'm not sure how much I need to use of this. Oh, obviously not that much, I'm gonna say. Feels like super runny. Sticking at that, oh, it's dripping everywhere. It's like runny milk. Okay, let me get my brush I was using. Okay, let's put some of this glue on these. Put over the top of this. It's definitely something you could all check, because that now, and it's not rubbing off now, it's like I've coloured it with pencil, like, and I'm rubbing that hard. That is amazing, it's like genius. I'm well impressed with that, Robin. Thank you for showing us that little beauty tip. I'm just going to let this glue go off a little bit. And I hope you've all enjoyed my little review and mixed media stream that I don't normally do on a daytime. Let's get these out now. These are my fire, I think they're called fire red blaze. These are, so they're all different. Goodness me. I've just got that glue everywhere. Messy, messy, messy. 1 second, everyone. I just need that glue to go off anyway for a second before I start sticking this on. But I'm trying to get as much of this back in the pot as possible because it wasn't dead cheap. It's available on Amazon via Colorya. The link is in the description if you'd like to buy this book. That is the UK link. I will check with Colorya if it's available in any other countries and put that in the description later on once I've heard back from them, because I didn't know if they'd be watching the video or someone would be. I don't know. We shall see. So what I'm going to do now is just get my little fan brush and try and pick up some of these flakes and just stick it on wherever they are. They go everywhere. And I just stick it on. They always say unavailable. Kim, is that in the US? All these things, this is why I like doing the live chats, because then they can see if there is a problem wherever. And I think that's what's good, because you get like a live reaction to the product. So all I'm doing is just chucking these on, and then I'll brush it off in a second with a harder brush. I'm such a fan of gilding flakes. I love them. I watch a guy on YouTube that does all this gilding work and he just chucks it all over the shop and it's everywhere. And I'm like, how cool is that? Right, all these bits are stuck to thing on here. All I'm going to do is just keep pressing on some of these, moving it around so I've not missed any white bits. Mustn't have enough glue on that one, it's all gone off a bit. So then they do have some on Amazon US. I can add it to mine. Amazon US has a Colorya Mandalas Magical Nature that looks amazing. I've added it to my wish list. It would be my first mandala. But yes, Marilyn, they do have. Which one did I say there was? I might still have the page up. So they do mandala adult colouring book, which is this one. They do mandala for adults, and then Mandala's Magical Nature. And they've also got Mandala's Volume 3. Oh no, sorry, scrap that. That is not Colorya. Scrap that last one. So these three, and then this night one. So let me brush this off now with a bigger brush. And the paper I used to separate that off. Let me just put the lid back on this. This stuff flies everywhere. All I'm going to do is put that there and then lift it up slightly and just brush it off. Not overly vigorous, but the glue would have helped it stick down where it needs to. And if it has gone anywhere you didn't want it to, you can just scrape it off with a X-Acto knife. It's gone all here where I didn't want it on. I'll just get a knife and lightly scrape it off. This happens sometimes when the glue gets spread about and you don't want it all in that area. And sometimes it adds to the effect. And it could always stick if you wanted to that everywhere else. You could just put dots all over the and make a background on a black background. And then that, everybody, is my whole mixed media things. I've used quite a lot on there. We've used Posca pen. So I've used, let me see, we used Neocolor, then we used Watercolor, then we've used pastel, then we've used gilding, and we've used gel pen, and we've used Posca. Anything else I've missed? I don't think so. So that is a good list for one paper to use all them materials on. Is really, really good. And that is because I haven't got loads and loads. So that's quite a lot for me anyway, but I'd like to have tried more on it, but I don't have any more. But I think it looks good. I'm going to finish it off, obviously, off camera with the shadowing and everything. But I think that looks really good. Now, let me do another quick flip through before, for everybody else who may have not seen it earlier on in the stream. Well, let's go back to the beginning because that's dry enough. We'll just get it back to the beginning. Oh, I'm sorry, Kim. I will speak to Colorya and find out what the issue is with US, and I'll put it in the description, Kim. So just check it out. So this is the book, Colorya Mandalas Night. All this fancy stuff around it. Let's make it presentable. So let's give you another quick flip through. So you get this nice matte finished front page on this really amazing spiral bound, very sturdy. All the books are. This is your front page. Then just your thank you page. You can scan it, which will join the Facebook group. Don't forget, Colorya has got a Facebook group. You can message them and they will answer on the Facebook group. So any questions like the US images, the US links, anything like that, message Colorya. I will ask them as well. What are the links for people in the US, and see if I can get a link off them, or the information. This is what I did before, and I added a bit of black to show that you could make things look like it's coming off the mandala, so that now looks like a butterfly sat on top. If you missed that earlier on, that's at the start of the video. And then I did the same here just to make these look a bit more 3D. It's A4, Kirsty. A4 spiral bound. I think it might be slightly bigger than A4 actually. Oh, wait. No, A4. Just seems bigger. This is the elephant that I'm going to try and do real. I'm going to try and do it like elephant grey skin and put all the wrinkles in and everything. So that's the one I'm going to do realism, but I'll be doing that after Christmas and I'll post it on Colorya's Facebook group. But the gorgeous mandalas in it, the more 3D mandalas rather than just flat, monotonous, repetitive shapes. They have the same kind of theory of mandala, but I just love the very, very different. And they're all the same texture, same thickness. They're very smooth paper, but like I said, it's took 7 layers of pencil. It's took 6 layers of alcohol marker. Took at least 6 layers of watercolor. Hi Bruce, it has been a while. Welcome. There's no website. I've checked for a website, but if you go to the Colorya Facebook group, you can contact them direct on there. How have you been, Bruce? Shall do the elephant as a live stream. I'd love to see. Yeah, I will do. So this is the one I've just coloured. And it just shows, like I was saying in the stream, I haven't coloured all them fiddly diddly bits. I've literally just made it look like each part. So the flower's one layer, this is the next layer. And off camera I'm going to shadow it. When this is completely dried and flat again, I am going to shadow this up. And I'm going to make this thing pop out like it's on different layers. Let me tell you. But it's not buckled the page. This is the one that I've added. Got slight, ever so slight bit of buckle, if you can see it there. And a bit of, let me show you on this side. Can you see it on this side better? The buckling. There. It's got ever so slight, but that is nothing that a couple of books on top of it at night would get rid of. So don't even worry about that. And that's took a lot of water on this paper. This, I love it. Love, love, love it. You've been really busy. Definitely, Marilyn. That's the good thing about it. I love the fact that you don't have to do all them diddly bits, because I don't do them. This is another good one. I love this shape one. And then this one I'm definitely doing, and I'm going to do it proper skin tone, and I might actually do a real eyes in that. So we'll have a see. Watch the space on this one. And do you know what I'm actually going to do? In there, I'm going to flick it like real hair. So that'll be interesting to do. They are gorgeous mandalas. Nicest ones I've seen in a while. And like seeing, you've all seen what the paper can take. You can chuck anything on it. This is like matchy from that to mine. Love this one. Thank you, Kirsty. There you go. Beautiful, beautiful. I love how you can see the 3D in them. They're not just a flat mandala. They're beautiful. Nice square one. I think this is the last one. Yeah, and that's the last one. So that is Colorya's Mandala Night colouring book. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed watching me throw whatever I had at it. And it's actually took everything I've thrown at it. I don't think there's anything it's not took. So a big thumbs up from me for Colorya. Hopefully it's a big thumbs up from everybody else. Please leave all additional comments. Just chuck them a lovely comment at Colorya about what you've seen on this video and what your thoughts are in the comments below in the playback stream. I really, really appreciate it. And I also think Colorya would appreciate to hear all your opinions as well as the live stream comments. So thank you everybody for coming along. I'm so sorry I haven't been active last week, but I have been not so well, but I'm much better now. And I'm be back on form this week. So thank you for joining me. Thanks for all the thumbs up. Thank you for watching at a different time and a different stream. And I will see you all on, what day was today? I'll see you all on Thursday night. Good day everyone. Have a lovely rest of the day and lovely rest of the week. Thank you Kirsty and Ashley for bobbing on admins at this time in the morning. For Ashley is very early. Thanks Kirsty for all the links. Thanks everyone for chatting. Thanks everyone for lurking. It's been lovely to see you all again. Good day and goodbye. Much love and thank you for all my new subscribers. Bye everyone.